Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a search campaign for a wedding photography business the right way. Hello and welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up a search campaign for a wedding photography business. Most wedding photographers who are running Google Ads are running campaigns the wrong way. The keywords haven't been set up properly, the campaign settings are not right, and they show up on searches which are not relevant to them. So let's get started. But before I do that, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. I'll appreciate that, and hit the bell notification button as well, as we upload content on a daily basis on our YouTube channel. All right. So you go into your interface, click the plus blue button at the campaign level, and then you create a new campaign. You get lots of these options. Click on the leads, as we are generating leads, and search. Then you put in your website address over there, and you can call this however you want. I'm just going to put in wedding photography search campaign or something like that. Okay, then all you do is you follow what is prompted in front of you. It's asking you for a budget. I'm just gonna put in £1 as this is a test account. So you can either set up as a individual campaign budget or to a shared budget. What that means is you may have multiple campaigns running in the account, and if you want to use the same budget for all your campaigns, then you can do that. So let's say you got $100 or £100 daily budget and you're running multiple campaigns, then all the campaigns are going to look into that same budget, shared budget, and take the budget from there. The only problem with having a shared budget is some campaigns will eat up more, some people's won't get enough. So I prefer to keep it separate. But if you are on a tight budget where you say, oh, I just want to spend $100 a day, then you can use a shared budget. Now, bidding. Previously, I would say always start with manual campaigns, but now the algorithm machine learning is getting stronger and better. So my favorite one is this: maximize conversions. I want to start getting conversions at any cost to begin with. So I'm going to put max conversions, and don't put any target cost per action, because what we don't want to do is to limit Google Ads with our bidding. I want it to let it loose, go and get as many conversions as possible at whatever price. That's what I'm telling Google. And once we start getting conversions, then we start to rein in our cost per acquisition. Then you click on more settings. You can see ad rotation and conversions. Now, conversions you want to set up before you run any campaigns, and that's what I would highly recommend, because without conversion tracking, the smart bidding like maximize conversions or target CPA or any other kind of automated bidding will not work properly. Okay, and then you go next. Now you want to take this off for the display network, although it does say here, don't miss the opportunity to get additional conversions at similar or lower cost with just one click. That is not my experience. You will never get that, especially when you are comparing apples to oranges. Search network is completely different to display. Yes, we can get a lot of conversions from here and good performance, but you need to keep it separate. So for now, I'm just going to keep it over here. You can take this off as well and just leave your ads running on the Google page. But if you do keep this checked, then Google has got some other search partners where your ads can potentially go. So if you are or advertising in a small area, then I would say keep it switched on. And if you are going nationally or internationally, then you should take this off. Locations, I'm just gonna go to UK, or you can go into your advanced search over here, and let's say I want to target a 30-mile radius or 20-mile radius around where I am. I can do that, and it's going to show me where my ads are going to potentially run, and you can save it. It's going to come up over here, right? So I can do whichever target location I want to set. Now in here, this is important as well. If I want to just show my ads to people in my area, then I will select the second option and not the first one, even though Google says it is recommended. But on the excluded ones, what I want to exclude, and then you keep that first one selected. Languages, whichever is your local language. For me, it's English. You don't need to worry too much about the audience segments for now, for this campaign at least. Start end date. If you want to start at a particular date, you put it in, or end the campaign at a certain date, you can. I tend not to put the end date in there unless it is for a specific occasion. So let's say this is a Valentine's offer for engagement photography, and you only want to run it before Valentine's, so you can put in a 13th Feb or a 14th February date. Ad schedule, you can decide which day, what time of the day you want to run your ads. At the moment, I'm just setting all days and 0 hours, and you can select which days, weekdays or weekends you want to run. And you got your end date. Don't need to worry too much about this, and the dynamic search ads, and then you click on next. Okay, now if you had put in your web page or the URL, you will then get suggested keywords from Google. So what you want to do is to, if you don't get them, get keywords. You can also go and get the keywords from your keyword research. There are lots of them. I'm going to take out all these which are not relevant. I'm not doing pre-wedding. If I don't do Russian wedding anniversary photos, if I don't do this, I'm going to take it out. And what you can also do is you can find some really good keywords. If you don't do same-sex weddings, then you take that one out. If you don't do, let's say, Hindu wedding photos, take it out, but then put them as a negative keyword in your negative list. And then you would, I'm just going to put in here for this exercise, wedding photography, and in a little while I'm going to go to the keyword research and get some keywords from there. So we are going to start off with just a phrase match. Don't go to broad match because it's going to be too broad, and then over here it says the phrase match is in the quotation marks and the exact match is in the square brackets. All right, so now what you want to do is, once you entered your handful of keywords, I would say put in about 10 to 12 and no more than that. Okay, once you entered the keywords, then you go, it will tell you the ads you need to write over here. So you put in your final URL, display. So in here, in the display, so let's say your website is www.test.com, right? And if you put in HTTPS, that made a mistake. That warning symbol is going to disappear. Display path, always put in the keyword. So I'm going to put in wedding photography or photographer. So then you got 15 characters each. So you are utilizing the space allowed on the ad to put in your keyword. So it increases the relevancy of the ad. Then you got 15 headlines. So this is a responsive search ad. This is the default ad now in Google Ads. So you need to put in 15 headlines and 4 descriptions. Each headline is up to 30 characters long and the description is 90. If you click on more ideas, now because we haven't put in the website URL, so that's why it's giving you hometest.com or something like that. Let's pick up a random wedding photographer website from Google. Okay. So this is just a random one. And now you will find that this is starting to change. So all I would do is do that, and it hasn't got enough information from that page, otherwise it will give us it's lots of options. So then you can put in free engagement shoot and so on. It won't let me save it until I put in a couple of other descriptions. I'm just gonna put that in for now so that we can proceed to the next stage. So now we've got some description and some headlines. Now you can see the ad strength has gone from poor to good. You want to be as close to excellent as possible. So once you start putting up all the headlines, you will find that the ad strength has also changed, and then this is also going to have all the 4 boxes should have this little tick mark in the green circle, right? Once we've done that, click done, and it's asking us for some more keywords. I'm just going to create next. The next thing you need to do is to set up extensions. Extensions also make your ads a bit more bigger and is as per Google's best practices, as well as is going to increase your ad rank, which is going to decrease your cost per click. So I would highly recommend that you use site links and call outs and call extensions. So call outs could be, let's say, something like, it's looking at my website because we are an agency, but if you were a wedding photographer, you could have something like destination weddings available for the next year's bookings, or free engagement shoot, album designing, photo retouching, or video if you do video as well. So you can put in all your call outs in here. Site link extensions would be like contact, blog, wedding photography. It could be lots of any different pages on your website which are relevant to this ad. You can create by going into over here. So it could be about us, baby portrait, or wedding photography, bridal portraits. These are all different ones which I had created before. So let's pick a couple of these: bride and groom photography, bridal portraits, blog. Let's do baby for this one, and about page. So the more you have, the better are the chances of your site links showing up on the ad. Call extensions, always use that. Put your phone number in on the ads, that will show the phone with a call button on it. You can have more extensions, so things like if you have got an app, then you can do that. If not, it's not applicable. Structure snippet, price extensions if you want to put in any special promotions you may have. Next, now is the time to publish. You go through all of this. Looks good. Why is this gone to all countries? Now it has gone to 20 mile around Leighton Buzzard. Keyword and publish. And now what I want to do is to go into my keywords and show you very quickly how we do keyword research. You would do this beforehand, right? Keep your words with you beforehand, but it doesn't take long, to be honest with you. So all you do is, I sort out by the average monthly searches, so the highest search term is at the top. And I will pick out 10-15 keywords, right? And then I'll click on this copy. Then I'm going to go back to my campaign and then go to keywords, search keywords, select my ad group. Now it is giving me some options over here as well, but I've copied these already. What I want to do is to put the phrase match on all of them. There is a faster way to do this in the editor, but that's outside the scope of this video. I'll show it to you later on in some other ones, but for now just do it like this. Took me less than 1 minute. Save it. And we've got some error message on Google. Ignore that. It is saving as we speak, and that is it. We have created a campaign for a wedding photography business. We've got one ad, one responsive search ad, thrown in a few keywords, and we've set up our site links, and it's pretty much, in fact, not only site links but all the various extensions as well, and we are pretty much good to go once this updates. So that is how you create a campaign for a wedding photography business. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.